Welcome back to Friends with Benefits Car Club, the channel where we dissect cars with the kind of scrutiny usually reserved for reality TV scandals. Today we're taking a joyride through the world of Lucid Motors with their latest creation, the Lucid Gravity. It's a 3-row SUV that promises luxury, range, and performance all in one sleek, futuristic package. But does it deliver, or is it just another overpriced EV with a fancy badge? Stick around and we'll break it all down. Design, storage, boot space, and yes, even front capacity. Let's get into it. Design. The Lucid Gravity looks like it was styled by someone who binged a sci-fi series and then decided to create a car. Its sharp lines, aerodynamic silhouette, and slim LED lighting make it stand out in a parking lot full of bland SUVs. Lucid didn't just design this car to be practical, they designed it to turn heads, and boy, does it succeed. The panoramic glass roof is the pièce de résistance. It stretches from the windshield to the rear, flooding the cabin with light and giving passengers an unparalleled view of the sky. But here's the catch. On sunny days, it's less panoramic dream and more panoramic oven. Unless you live somewhere perpetually cloudy, you're going to need some serious window tints or industrial strength sunscreen. The 21-inch wheels and sculpted side panels add an aggressive yet refined look. It's the kind of design that makes you think, I'll look amazing driving this, even if you're just heading to the grocery store. Step inside the Lucid Gravity and you're met with a blend of luxury and cutting-edge tech that feels straight out of a sci-fi movie. The interior isn't just about plush vegan leather and premium materials, it's a showcase of innovation. At the heart of the Gravity's cabin is its curved 34-inch OLED touchscreen, which serves as the command center for virtually everything. But it doesn't stop there. Below it sits a 12.6-inch secondary display that works in perfect harmony with the main screen. Together, these displays offer a seamless, multitasking-friendly user interface. Whether you're adjusting climate settings, checking navigation, or streaming your favorite show while parked, the Gravity turns every interaction into an immersive experience. Lucid didn't skimp on the details either. The dual-capacitive touchpad controls on the steering wheel offer intuitive functionality, while the available head-up display with augmented reality, AR, takes navigation to the next level. The AR HUD can show you what the SUV's sensors detect on the road ahead and overlay turn-by-turn directions directly in your field of view. It's like having your own virtual co-pilot. And for those who prefer their smartphone apps, the Gravity comes equipped with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. These platforms can even run alongside Lucid's native navigation system, letting you compare a crowdsourced Waze route with your AR-assisted prompts without missing a beat. It's a tech ecosystem that genuinely feels modern, user-friendly, and designed to make life on the road easier. And now the part that makes or breaks most cars, the price. With big range, however, comes big prices. Lucid started taking orders for the Gravity on November 7th, with initial configurations starting at $94,900 for the Grand Touring models. If you're holding out for something more affordable, you'll have to wait until late 2025 for the Touring versions, which start at a slightly less eye-watering $79,900. But wait, there's hope on the horizon. Lucid is planning a cheaper, mid-sized SUV slated for late 2026, with a starting price around $50,000. Until then, the Gravity is firmly in premium territory. Fully loaded, this SUV can soar past $120,000, putting it up against heavyweights like the Tesla Model X, Rivian R1S, and even the Range Rover Sport. So, is it worth it? That depends on whether you're willing to pay a premium for long range, cutting-edge tech, and a cabin that rivals a 5-star hotel suite. If not, you might want to wait for that cheaper Lucid model, or stick to admiring the Gravity from afar. The Gravity's glass cockpit infotainment system is both a triumph and a headache. The massive 34-inch curved display is undeniably impressive, stretching across the dashboard like a command center for your driving experience. The interface is sleek and intuitive most of the time. Navigating basic functions like adjusting climate settings or switching between drive modes is relatively straightforward, but dig a little deeper, and you might find yourself yelling at the screen like it's an uncooperative toddler. Voice commands help somewhat, but they're not perfect, and there's a definite learning curve. On the bright side, Lucid has packed the system with over-the-air update capabilities, so hopefully any glitches or annoyances can be ironed out down the line. It's a bold approach to infotainment, but it might leave some drivers longing for the simplicity of good old-fashioned buttons. Lucid hasn't skimped on storage space, which is crucial for any SUV. The center console is cavernous, with room for everything from snacks to small handbags. Door pockets are generously sized, and there's even a hidden compartment under the floor for extra storage. Cup holders are plentiful and well placed. A small detail, but one that makes a big difference for families and road trippers. Whether you're packing for a weekend getaway or just trying to keep the kids entertained with snacks and gadgets, the Gravity has plenty of space to keep things organized. Boot space in the Gravity is impressive, especially for a luxury SUV. With all 3 rows up, you get a respectable 400 liters, enough for a couple of suitcases or a decent grocery haul. Fold down the 3rd row, and that number jumps significantly, giving you the flexibility to carry larger items like bikes or furniture. It's not quite as spacious as some rivals, but it's more than enough for most everyday needs. If you're planning a family road trip, you won't need to play Tetris with your luggage, which is always a win. The Frunk, or front trunk, adds another 200 liters of storage. It's not as large as Tesla's, but it's still incredibly useful for keeping items like gym bags, laptops, or groceries out of sight. Having the Frunk is one of those EV perks you'll wonder how you lived without once you've experienced it. One of the Gravity's standout features is its range. Lucid promises up to 440 miles on a single charge, making it one of the longest range EVs on the market. Whether you're commuting, road tripping, or just running errands, you'll spend less time charging and more time driving. Charging speeds are equally impressive. With Lucid's ultra-fast DC charging, you can add 200 miles of range in just 15 minutes. That's practically a coffee break. Long range and fast charging, it's like Lucid read the EV wish list and delivered. No car is perfect, and the Gravity has its quirks. The panoramic roof, while beautiful, can turn the cabin into a sauna on hot days, and the lack of physical buttons for basic controls means you'll be spending a lot of time fiddling with the touchscreen. Not ideal when you're trying to keep your eyes on the road. Despite its annoyances, the Lucid Gravity shines with some genuinely cool features. The glass cockpit display is a visual masterpiece, seamlessly blending futuristic tech with usability. The ambient lighting system adjusts throughout the day, creating a calming, spa-like atmosphere that makes you forget you're in an SUV and not a high-end retreat. Lucid takes luxury further with second-row executive seating, essentially turning the back seats into a mini lounge on wheels. Even the smallest details, like the high-quality air filtration system, show the level of thought that went into this vehicle. And for those who love convenience, the adaptive air suspension ensures a buttery smooth ride on any terrain, while driver profiles automatically adjust seat settings, lighting, and more to your preferences. It's clear Lucid wasn't just building a car, they were crafting an experience. The Gravity is powered by dual or triple electric motors, depending on the trim. The dual motor setup delivers 600 horsepower, while the triple motor setup cranks out a jaw-dropping 1,200 horsepower. That's hypercar level power in an SUV. This thing is quick. With the triple motor setup, the Gravity rockets from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.5 seconds. That's faster than most sports cars. The dual motor version isn't slow either, clocking in at around 3.5 seconds. Either way, you're winning stoplight drag races. The Gravity feels surprisingly nimble for a 3-row SUV. Its low center of gravity, thanks to the EV platform, keeps body roll to a minimum, making sharp turns smoother than you'd expect. The adaptive air suspension adjusts seamlessly, soaking up bumps and imperfections to keep the ride buttery smooth. However, the steering lacks the visceral feedback of a traditional performance SUV, making it feel more luxury yacht than sports car. That said, for an electric SUV this size, it's a joy to drive through winding roads without feeling like you're wrestling a tank. For those craving a more dynamic ride, Lucid has hinted at a sportier option in the future. This could bring refined handling and a more engaging driving experience, making the Gravity an even stronger contender for enthusiasts who want both luxury and performance. On the motorway, the Gravity truly shines. This is where its luxury DNA takes center stage. The cabin is whisper quiet, even at highway speeds, thanks to stellar soundproofing and the electric motor's lack of noise. It's the kind of car that makes long road trips a pleasure, not a chore. The adaptive cruise control and driver assist features work like a charm, keeping you centered in your lane and managing distance from the car ahead with precision. Whether you're cruising solo or chauffeuring the family, the Gravity makes motorway driving feel effortless. And let's not forget the range. With up to 440 miles on a single charge, you'll spend more time enjoying the drive and less time hunting for charging stations. Verdict. So, should you buy the Lucid Gravity? Avoid if you can't live without physical buttons or are on a budget. Shortlist if you're intrigued by its range but want to see how Lucid holds up. Consider if you love cutting-edge tech and have a taste for luxury. Buy if you're ready to make a statement and don't mind spending big for it. The Gravity is a bold step forward for Lucid and for EVs in general. It's not perfect, but it's ambitious, luxurious, and undeniably cool. That's it for this episode of Friends with Benefits Car Club. Like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Would you buy the Gravity, or are you holding out for something else? Until next time, drive safe and stay stylish.